going to be coming up. We have Comrade Pascal of the Restoration Council. We also have Mimi Mefo, who will also be reporting from Geneva about the incident in Geneva. So those are the major two speakers that we're going to have today. So thank you, and hopefully we're going to have a good discussion about that. Okay. Comrade Pascal is going to be talking about Fabiano Deco, who came out and was lambasting on the unity of the leaders, questioning on the validity of the unity. But Comrade Pascal will enlighten Comrade Fabiano about the necessity for unity, and that Comrade Chris Ano has been the forefront person. So that is the discussion that we're going to be having tonight. Okay. I'm going to start with Chairman Pascal, who will start his own discussion about that. So, while Mimi Mefo is going to report from Geneva, but she's going to be talking much about the event of the last 2 days in Geneva and what happened there, and so she's going to be interviewing Agbobala and some asking one other guy who was there for the event. So stay put and take a listen, please. Okay, so I'm trying to set up the images that we have here, so that we can have a good vision of the images. Okay.
Turn to tears, echoes lost through countless years, mothers praying for their sons, winds of change yet no one runs. Children's laughter turn to tears, echoes lost through countless years, mothers praying for their sons, winds of change yet no one runs. Ambazonia, hear the call. Rise above, don't let us fall. Freedom's price is paid in pain, but still we dream in sun and rain. Soldiers march and hearts collide, brothers, sisters forced to hide. In the ruins we find strength, unity will bridge the length. Tales of sorrow from the past, scars of love that seem to last. In the rose we find strength, unity will bridge the length. Ambazonia, hear the call. Rise above, don't let us fall. Freedom's price is paid in pain, but still we dream in sun and rain. Ambazonia, hear the call. Rise above, don't let us fall. Freedom's price is paid in pain, but still we dream in sun and rain. So bright that chains can't break this boundless beat. We'll march together, hearts in heat. Independence ain't a dream, it's a fevered roar, a river stream. Destiny's a star we chase, in unity we find our grace. Independence ain't a dream, it's a fevered roar, a river stream. Destiny's a star we chase, in unity we find our grace. Free Ambazonia, we stand tall, breaking barriers, breaking walls. Freedom's call, the answer strong, in our hearts we find our song. Dictatorship just fades away like shadows at the break of day. Never yield and never bend, we fight until the very end. Governments may try to sway, but our spirit's here to stay. Overcoming night and gloom, we rise like flowers sure to bloom. Free Ambazonia, we stand tall, breaking barriers, breaking walls. Freedom's call, we answer strong, in our hearts we find our song.
Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This audio is for Fabiano Deco, the activist Fabiano Deco. I beg, if you have Fabiano's number, forward it to me. If you have his contact, forward it to me. But I'm making this audio sent to Fabiano Deco, and for the sake of unity and collaboration of all Southern Cameroons. Please listen to it. I greet to my fellow Ambazonians. This one now communications person this for the Great Restoration Council of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. I want to thank you all for still being in this fight, no matter where you belong. So the reason I come up here now for address some video I don't hear them from Fabiano Deco. It is talk something, it is respond to a letter that one frontline activist sending around begging for unity. I want to say, first of all, before I mention anything, this is a good audio. Let nobody think that this is some battle or back and forth thing. I'm just coming out here because this has been going on for long and there seems to be a deep-rooted misunderstanding about it. So I'm just trying to make sure I clarify some things about here in a sincere manner that will give balance and light to many things that are happening. I want to recognize that Fabiano has been working hard for the past several months. I know he's a good supporter to former President Ayok Tabe. which there's nothing wrong with that. Ayotabe needs the support. We all need support. I also want to recognize that Fabiano has been hammering La République very well. I mean, you watch some of his video, if foreigners that they listen them, they will not say La République don't do so many harms to our people, and thanks to him for exposing that or coming up right now, because most Ambazonian activists, they don't lost their way, they don't join surrogacy, tied to this leader, and now some of them become irrelevant because of that. So I also want to recognize, say, Fabiano, the hammer other frontline leaders on frontline groups when they put out something where go contrary to the benefit of our people. So that is a credit that we cannot take from him. On this note, I want to go ahead and say that today, and we are around November 15, 16, 17, 18 of 2024, around mid-November 2024, just for the reference future of this audio. So Fabiano came out and read a long letter that Thibaut Nagy, Mr. Chris Ano, or President Chris Ano, the president of the IG, he wrote in reference to is appealing to all frontline leaders and all frontline activists and everyone in Ambazonia to unite together. Fabiano took his time, read this long letter, and then in his analysis, he started hammering against Mr. Chris Ano that he thinks that there is an agenda for the calling of his unity, that any unity must be accompanied by the total dissolving, that any unity must be accompanied by everyone dissolving their group, or dissolving their government. He said that things the government must be dissolved, this one must be dissolved, all this group must be dissolved, the other one must dissolve, all this and that. Fabiano spoke about this passionately, convincingly, and he was very convinced that this is the only way that things needs to go. So, first of all, I want to give Mr. Chris Ano for writing such a letter, sending out for everybody, calling for unity, and unity for this, unity for that. Let it go on record that Chris Ano, this is not in defense of Chris Ano. I've just defended Fabiano here, but so just understand when I want to also defend some good things about Chris Ano. Mr. Chris Ano, the president of the interim government, IG, have declared and expressed many times. I don't even know why he himself doesn't go online and make everybody know this wholeheartedly. This is not humility. When you are doing something, you need to say yourself or let the people know some of the good work, some of the things that you have done, attempt to do. Don't sit only at the back when the thing get on you and then people come out. But no disrespect. But let me just continue. Mr. Chris Ano himself have specifically gone out there, contact every frontline leaders. Despite that, he has risen above his ego. And he has risen above his ego, and nobody in this fight has done that. And he himself is of the position, he has clearly stated that even if it comes for him to give down his title or give away his group and step aside and forge this unity, he is going to do it. So he has made that clear many times. Let Fabiano know this. Let anybody where they listen to this audio understand this. Let them pass it to Fabiano. Let them pass it to everyone to know that there are some complexity. Chris Ano or President Chris Ano does not single-handedly have the power to dissolve an entire group or entire so-called government that was created with the blessings of many frontline groups and many frontline people. Mr. Chris Ano is not one single person who just have a power to do everything as people out there narrow-mindedly thinks. That, Chris Ano is the one manipulating, he's the one. No, he single-handedly cannot get up and do something of that nature. But that is not even my main point this time. Even, yes, that if he tries to do something like he will create more problem for himself. Though, that's not my main point. I think that I'm not here to stand that people should not dissolve their little fractions, or people should dissolve their little fractions That is not the argument I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to make argument for or against. I'm trying to bring clarity of certain things, why things are the way they are. Now, Fabiano hammer on this point that you must dissolve this group, this person must dissolve this group. He specifically said that the primary reason why Mr. Chris Ano or the Ayabachos or the Eric Atedem or the Atamilan, why people are in their groups because they are in their group is because they want to be in power. That Mr. Chris Ano, President Chris Ano, just want to be called president. He just want to sit there and be calling himself, I'm the leader or this and that. He passionately speak that this is why they want to be there. This is why people are in this group, this and that, this and that. And I've heard this talk before many, many times, and I heard the argument before many, many times. I just want to come and share light that it is very, very naive and narrow-minded for all people or us to have this one view about why different people are hanging onto groups. I don't care about groups or small fraction that people have. You can dissolve everything. I'm also willing to dissolve my own position standing here right now. I don't care about that. And I think many people don't care about that too. But there is a narrow-mindedness that is going on with us for many long time that people don't understand. The reason why people are not willing or the so-called appear not to willing to let go to some of their little fraction that they have, even against my own request, the reason why people are not doing that is not only because they want to hang on to power and to prestige and to name and big names. Human beings in general, you have to be open-minded in this. Human beings in general don't form groups just because they want to have titles, they want to have financial benefits. No, especially in a liberation movement like this. Psychologically, human beings or people, animals, they form groups sometimes for safety reasons. Don't think that you're just gonna get up and say people should just leave. People form cliques and all those things sometimes for safety reasons. Even in America, in Europe, or South America, where the young people go and join different groups, gangs. The fear of unknown. They don't know what is coming. They don't know this side. They've told them that that person has sold the struggle. This one has sold the struggle. So they just have this fear to hang on to something that they want to hang on to. And the same too with other frontline groups, maybe about all those kind of things. That is the psychology, part of the psychology that goes on with people. And you must understand. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that they should do that. I'm not saying people should go above the law, the rules, the constitution, their loyalty to do that. I'm just telling you that you must be sensitive about how people react to these things. And don't neglect it because you will miss the point. Never ever neglect it. Let me tell you something. There are drug dealers. For example, El Chapo Armando Guzman. He is locked up in New York City right now in the maximum prison. The FBI and CIA, they follow him for many decades. They arrest him, break down his drug organization, his millions of dollars confiscated. They infiltrate his organization, everything to stop him. But yet, his organization is still going on. He still have drug dealers all around North America and South America pushing drugs for him up and down. You think these people don't know that they can lose their lives? You think these people know that FBI can hold them and all those kind of stuff? You think that some of them are just only there for the money? It's because some people see it as a way of their form cliques that they have developed emotional attachment there for safety. And especially when you belong to something for so long, you become emotionally attached. That is why some of us are discouraging the creation of anything. Be it what you call it, one non-reconciliation or reconciliation, or this new group, Southern Cameroon, this and that, this group of this one, People's Liberation Movement, all these small form new group they form. And that's why some people like us try to discourage it, because once you form anything, people become emotionally attached to it, and they psychologically don't want to let it go. It is the human condition, and you must be sensitive to that and try to work with them in a respectable, polite, and safe way to see that what we are trying to present is better than what they have or what they are having going on. Don't I say you come for there, you accuse people and say that they just want power, they just want title, they just want money, they just want this and that. That is naivety, and that is being narrow-minded, and that is being unsincere, and that is poor judgment, that is poor leadership, and that is no way to resolve this kind of problems like this. We can even go as far as saying that, Fabiano, why don't you dissolve your YouTube followers, the YouTube channel that you have created? Because when you go to YouTube, you create a community where you talk for them every now and then, talk for them every now and then. You might be passing a message. Why don't you dissolve the people that are behind you, are following you on this and that for the sake of this bigger group? That would be another argument that may be relevant or irrelevant, but it's something that it can be brought on the table and say, let's go down this route too, and then it will cause more confusion. But I don't want to go back and forth with that thing with you. I just want to make sure that we have a broader perspective and respect why some people are doing what they are doing. I'm not saying that is what Chris Ano is doing. I'm not saying that what President Chris Ano is doing. I'm not saying that's what I'm doing, or that's what you are doing, other people I'm doing. I'm just trying to give a neutral perspective to the way to see things. We need to put all this grudge and anger aside, because it clouds our judgment and it makes us we need to see things clearly, and as a result, we need to be able to solve problems. Now it's time for intellectuals and reasonable people to rise on the front line talking on behalf of the people so that things can be clear. Too much stupidity has been going on in this fight. Poor judgment has been going on in this fight. People who sit at their home and watch football from 1st to 31st don't even open a book one night to read. Don't even open a documentary one night to listen to. Don't even go to any government official website to follow up information. Don't even go to institution or buy any professional magazine to read it. They just come and be making opinions about things left and right that they don't know. All they do is watch football, entertain themselves with music, entertain them on Facebook. They are not developing themselves. They are not developing their brain. Their brains are not growing new brain cells. They are not developing no upper level of consciousness to solve real-time problems. They just come there and start making opinions, saying they are things that they know from personal level, when it's not even grounded into facts, research, understanding, and higher level of consciousness. So we don't go past that time where people that they can't stand proposition them out of their own personal perspective, so that it is broadcast of 8 to 7 million people. Every time you come to make an audio, say something to 8 to 10 million people, it should be grounded in facts, not on personal opinion. Because when it goes out there, it creates a wave of reverberation, confusion in the minds of people. That is why many people have been dying so far. That's why many people have died in ground zero, and there's so much confusion in diaspora. Because this is where the incompetency of leaders come in, because leaders never ever stood up to regulate or speak against some of the kind of language audios that people make out there and suggestions people make out there. Anybody just come and stand and say anything without even exploiting the real facts, the biology, the chemistry, the history, the facts of how things they are. So you can't just hammer on this point that people must dissolve. Listen, I don't have problems with dissolving anything that I'm belonging to for the greater good of the people. But I'm just telling you that we have to work. We have to learn to avoid dragging people down, because we want them to be on our level for order to make a progress. Because some of this thing is even coming from a position of complex. Some of na dey way, when some man just can't stand for a front, the man to say I be teacher, or I be chief Zebediah, or I be Mr. This, or I be governor of this, or I be president this. Your complex just kick in. You want the man to move his steppers, make him bend down for you. You want make him, you want to talk, you want make him for your level first before you think say, you want make him for some level first before you feel be comfortable to sit the same chair where you talk, say this and that, this and that. No, my brother, that is complex. That's what is called complex. It usually results from people who have achieved limited in life. You don't need to bring everyone down to a certain level to work with them. I don't care whatever you have achieved or this person have achieved and this one has achieved. Yes, we know that there are people who have complex that when they don't achieve something, they can't stand it, they be doctor, this, they be president. There are people who have all those things. But only the real problem comes from you. Now, only how you react to it, that is what matters. It is not what people say or do, it's how we react to it many times that really matters. Just like some people, so what I tell them, I say, if you not get some institution, or a group that you have formed that is doing good for Ambazonia, that is raising money somehow, that is organized, that have level of hierarchy, you don't have the moral authority to come and stand that another person should deserve what they have in order for you to work and collaborate with them. It doesn't work that way. Unless you have some security pathway where if you really show them, where if you first of all, you first establish a security pathway or a security platform where it guarantee people and say, as we are working together, or as we are leaving this thing, or if we abandon this thing, we are going forward, we are not going backward. There are many people who take you serious. It doesn't like some homeless man where he never even do nothing for himself, he never raise no money, he never even feed his own piggy there, he never do nothing for a brother or for a family. He can't stand you, he don't be so a small mansion for this. He say, oh, check out that thing, deserve all that team, more can join together, we'll be big one for you, check out that one, more can. You know, sometimes the people who always cry for all those stuff, for people to bring down their title, people to step down here, so that more can walk to. Look at it very well. There's a lot of the time there are people who have nothing to offer. Everybody have a little bit to offer, but most of the time, those people have a lot not to offer. But they are the one always crying that people should bring down their own this and that, yes. You know, somebody can make the argument to you that when Ayoktabe was there, Fabiano, when Ayoktabe was there doing that, this and that, why didn't you preach that he should deserve all that? Why didn't you preach that he should deserve what he was deserving and Ayabacho to deserve what they deserve and be together? So, but more not take this discussion, go down that road. I just try to make us say more try to understand with pure mind why some things are the way they are. And I disagree. I not think say Fabiano get for deserve a YouTube channel and in following them for unite with the other brothers them for form a bigger platform on YouTube. I not think say Fabiano get for do other one. Likewise, I not think say Mr. Chris Ano and some other people them they get for dissolve their security platform where they don't belong, that they fund fight them for down there. So that all man can be as one. Yes, let's form one group, and then when the group seems to be heading to the right direction, we can turn around and say that, hey, these two things they will get and now say not be relevant, more dissolve them. That's where you go. But not come to disempower people then first. You cannot come and disempower people and strip them from their position where they don't stand, where they raise funds, that they don't carry out successful projects for down. And you say, may they just deserve them. You know, not say some of this group, the way you even advocate now, say they must deserve now, they must do man, must come also do man, or this and that. You know, not say they, right now, they are working together to fund little LGs, little fighting squad them for down there. And the way it deserve, so now how those fight squad will just receive support? Oh, we will deserve and form another one will help them for from the time when they dissolve them and the time when the one form another squad, open the paper, account, the other one for raise the money, take and go give it them, it will take like 2 or 3 months. During that period, how the boy will defend themselves, how they will chop, how they will coordinate. So people don't have to give up their mansion, give up their house, give up their boats, give up their cars, give up their networks before they can form a unity platform for the greater good of a cause. No, they don't have to do all that stuff. And the reason why people are hanging on to the little and other organizations that they have is not because they are there for power and all not necessarily that. No. Human beings do not form groups and cliques because they are just one there to be there for power and money, all those stuff. Yeah, there are people who are there. If somebody decide to remain in one position only, yes, then we start suspect personal benefits, all that stuff. And people do that for that. But an entire organization does not always exist as one because of the so primary reason that you gave. I think it's very short-sighted and not very productive. So I go ahead to add my voice again to the letter where Mr. Chris Ano sent out, to the letter where the president of the IG, Chris Ano, sent out, say, make we unite. And this unity now by force, in my opinion. Yes, now by force. All man get for unite. And man, the unite will get for identify like the person way it don't jeopardize, we could jeopardize the process. Depending on how things go, they will see how we feel wholly accountable. They must rise above all those things. So now my opinion that. Now my leadership style that. This unity now by force. That's what I say I mean. And then the Ambazonian people can hold those who do not want to unite accountable. You know, now it's time to put away all these things, this kind of complainer in the game. I think that Chris Ano, Mr. Chris Ano, President Chris Ano deserves credit for all what he don't go through. It's the right above that problem. The only one don't go around trying to reach out for everybody. So he go reach Sako with ultimate with the clear evidence, the video evidence, all two ways Sako do it on easy reach for Sako. They not respond to him. He send letter, call them, they not respond to him. He reach Ayaba. Who fi do him? Who fi do him? Who fi right above the emotional wound or injured pride and still go reach also? So, Master, more know how to talk and more try to give people credit where it deserves. Fabiano, keep up the good work. This is just a little ice in the cake. I don't think that is ever necessary any response. But I hope people they listen to the audio, they will benefit from it. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do for our people. And the same too for Mr. Chris Ano and everybody. You don't take your time to listen to this long audio. I want to thank you too. Again, now, brother, this 7, the chairman for the communication team of your Great Restoration Council of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. We must unite. Call yourself whatever, be whatever group you want, be whatever government you want. We must unite. By the way, I think it's a shame to let a government fail after it was created by the blessings of all frontline groups. But let's keep it apart as this discussion aside for another day. Again, thank you for listening. Una all keep up the good work. Ambazonians, una send this audio for everybody where they support Sako Ikome. Una send this audio for everyone where they still support Samuel Sako Ikome. And I ask say, when I talk for this audio, I beg. Try constructive if you have more to say. I beg. In a non-constructive manner. We don't need that right now. You can't make your own audio, beat it in the government or anywhere. You can't talk your own way, nothing can true. I beg. This one now chairman this for the communication team of your Great Restoration Council of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. I want to thank you for listening. Now send this audio for every single person where you see they around Sako now to support Sako. We'll be aware say there is fire in Sako's camp. Mr. Samuel Sako, supported by Eric Ate, they try to get access, single-handedly get access for website where they don't contribute money for put them for day. The IT people they refuse, Sako want get the master key so they go get access for the money them where they for day. Now, somebody may come and say, Chairman, wait to be our own for this now. Sako don't go form this one. Wait till I talk for this now. Why when you talk this one? I want to tell you something. Maybe be quiet. Because if we be leader, if you call yourself a leader of this fight, anything will happen for any Ambazonia across Ambaland, every enemy, brother and person where they against you, as a real government, you get to rise up and protect your people. Being a leader does not mean you are a leader for only the people that support you or the people that hate you. That is what a true leader does. That is what a person who really care about the people does. And that is part of why I'm coming right now. Because the person who care all about all Ambazonia, it doesn't matter if it's ADF, it doesn't matter if it's under this one, it doesn't matter if it is under IG, it doesn't matter whether the IG care, or South Africa, or America, whatsoever. Anyone who cares about the people of Southern Cameroon will be bothered if they are disturbed somewhere, somehow, some way. The message I want to bring and I say, I want to remind everybody for Sako Ekam, where the see support Sako now, that there is a national call for unity by respectable international dignitaries and people who don't show evidence, say they figure are independent for a hand. There is a national call for unity. Thibault Nagy himself, who is close to the Trump administration, has come out and made it clear. But somehow, some way, there is distraction over there because Sako is busy to try to grab power to consolidate power for his own self. What a timing. And people, when they begin to accuse Restoration Council, say they be place of mafia, they be do so one so, because say na Chris Anno be do so, and I do want they be place so na Marenta be do so, na Bongo be do so, na all this one. Now, somehow, some way, we don't find ourselves in the same situation. The situation they begin to talk. You are not going to change Sako. You are not going to improve Sako. It is just, this is how geopolitics is. Politicians, you will know them with time as time goes on. About more than 50 million Germans needed to die before they came to realize that Hitler was an evil monster. This does not come as a surprise. We tell una just say, for remember say, there is a call for national unity. And if Samuel Sako is a hindrance to this process, una step aside for him. If Eric Ate is a hindrance to this national unity where they call him, una hold them account, una push them aside, and una tell them to step aside. We have a lot of boys who are still living in bushes down there, under the rain, even in my LGA. It is painful to see or to let diaspora politics and somehow, some way interweave and prevent us from achieving this goal. This one, na by force. This one, na must. From South Africa to America, from America to South America, from South America to Australia, from Australia to Europa, all Ambazonians must unite. All Ambazonians must unite. So that the distraction and the corruption and the old tricks where Sako done the do it don't start to surface again. And this time at the wrong time. I ask everyone with humility, say, una get courage. I beg una take courage to stand against any fraud which Sako want do again for our people. Because if una lost another $100,000, if una lost another $200,000, una lost around $50,000, sincerely, it go pain some people like us or like myself. This is very, 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 very unfortunate. And we think that this is a God-ordained liberation movement. And God will strike every single one in a systematical way. We will see him. One day, I just thought that one day when I go wake up so when I not go see Sako again, he will disappear so. One day. Because he has done it again. He cannot help himself. He cannot help himself. When the gods want to destroy you, it makes you go crazy. But that one I own personal business, and that one I been a business for any other person that I own that. If you now continue to follow this path, you will find yourself in a place where you will be begging for people like us to help you to remove you. Because this is how human psychology, and even you can end up in a place where it's like a cult. You don't even know how to get yourself out. A person that you trusted the most and thinking that you are leading the right path, and you end up in a place where you cannot even voice your own because they have gone against your own principle. You have made enemies with innocent people. You have destroyed innocent people's reputation and their career and everything, only to find out this man is a fraud and a liar and somebody who don't really care about his people. So we tell una say, on a personal level, the message I try to promote here and say, stand up, rise up, stay strong, be courageous, forget about your past mistakes them, and rise up against anyone who is trying to confiscate power or trying to get the master key, master access of everything in any organization in Ambazonia. This is for your own good because we are not going to allow them make anybody come into, we're not going to import dictatorship into Ambazonia. It's not going to happen. So, like I said, the message here, now make us stay strong and rise up, but more importantly, you need to rise up now because of the call for unity where they run the column. Thibaut Nagy, an important personnel are calling for unity. So, if Sako want to keep you down from achieving the goal where you enter for this fight, you not be no Sako, you not be no Sako. You came here now because of the pain where you don't go through for day. You came here now because of the pain where you go through for your neighborhood. You came here in this fight now because of the pain where our people they go. You came here out of your good heart. Though many people enter into this fight with limited understanding, limited knowledge on nation building, but you came here with the right heart to fight for your people. Some people and they come for this fight where they just come for here now because they don't thief back home. Like the people they find them, they don't thief, corrupt the system, and then they can't use our fight now, genuine fight now, as their means to go back home or their means to go claim some of their things them back home. So they fight like the people, not because they want freedom for Ambazonia, not just because they want to create a chaos throughout the process where they go use them back for enter back for home. Now their thought process that, and you cannot put this one past this man. There is a call for unity, and this one where it don't happen now. So wait to be clear and say, our brother Eric Ate and Sako, they try to use public, they try to manipulate the public, the Ambazonian public, for turn public opinion against Una. They want to use public opinion and put pressure for Una for release the passcode, the password, and all the things for the website. When Una get it now, they go, when Una get it now, very soon money go lost. They will just say, before we want to give them this amount of money be done lost, before they want access to they don't empty the bank account. You see two of the dog, who see so this and that. Now so they be do Chris Ano. But you not feel believer now. And what we tell now so we defend Chris Ano. Anyway, Mr. Chris Ano can defend himself on that one. I'm not there for create another chapter for discussion right now. But a lot of people have been victims to this thing. And let me tell you all of you, own assistant, so now want back our brother Sako or Eric out of anything. You are not going to get anything out of it. All you're just gonna get is more anonymity. You make enemies with your brothers. You make enemies with your sisters. You will spend more money contributing. You will make more enemies. Since you start this race, hanging onto our brother Sako, how many enemies have you made? From Abdul Karim to Bo Herbert to it's endless. It's endless. You make more enemies than friends, and we need more friends and need more unity in this fight, because we are just few of us carrying the load of a big nation. That is why some of you, the average person is supposed to be spending $15 or $10 a month into this fight. But now people in there, they spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $8,000. We hear they give $8,000, this and that. Why? Because the burden of responsibility is in the hands of very few. And when there's very few, more people have to pay and contribute and suffer. So I tell when I say, when I rise up against all this nonsensical nonchalance, because it never go anywhere. There's nowhere what Sako is doing is going anywhere. He has not come to the realization of the truth. So, this is a call for unity. This is not an audio to bash somebody, bring down. Everybody knows Sako's history, and every artist is part of that history, and all the rest. But I tell when I say, make no matter can't stand chairman, why not be say, why you not be say, you will be there for position to speak aloud, why you not be say, why not be do that one, why not be do so, don't be do so. I do them now, I'm on, I hear me clearly. I hope so I go appreciate my courage. I hope so I go appreciate my courtesy. I hope so now appreciate my common sense. I hope so now appreciate our initiative. I hope so now appreciate the stamina or don't stand for stand against all these things. So again, forward this message to everyone where it is see the clap and see the support Sako Ikome Emmanuel. This one now na seven this and now na brother and this, the chairman of the communication team at a Great Restoration Council of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. I want to thank everyone at the Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This audio is for Fabiano Deco, the activist Fabiano Deco. I beg, if you have Fabiano's number, forward it to me. If you have his contact, forward it to me. But I'm making this audio sent to Fabiano Deco and for
Hello, guys. As you have heard from Chairman Pascal, he has elaborated a lot about some unscrupulous leaders. They don't want to do a lot of stuff together. They want to prefer working by themselves, and that is the problem in this struggle, where some leaders prefer to just stick to their groups. Then they say the rest people can do what they want, and that is an issue where people say, oh, these people don't want to unite, so when you look at that, you can understand from the standpoint of people who don't want to, they struggle to progress. The international community has known us as people who don't want to unite, and that is an issue, because if we cannot unite ourselves, how do we want to win a people who are united against us? La Republic is very, very united against us. They are not divided. So if we cannot unite to fight La Republic, how do we win? At least we should ask ourselves that question. For the past 8 years, we are still being disunited, and we are claiming that we are fighting a revolution. How do we fight when we are disunited? And La Republic, they are very united against us. I've not seen Ngongo or the other ministers are arguing about what to do to Ambazonia. No. They are sending their military to Ambazonia to crush our people. They don't care. You see, instead of us uniting ourselves, putting our voice together, putting our efforts together, putting our mean resources together to finish this fight, we have made this fight to be a fight for struggle for power, making it so difficult for things to happen. So I tend to ask that, but what's going on? Why are our people like this? Why can't we just be patient and say, okay, let's finish this fight? If you have issue with anybody, you have issue with somebody, we can finish that when we go to Boya. Okay, we cannot take problem that we have now with people and put on the forefront. They will forget that, hey, we have to finish this fight first. We have to finish the fight before anything can. So whatever we're doing, whatever we're saying, it all bounces back to us, right? As you have heard from Chairman Pascal, anything can. So I don't know why some of our people don't understand what we are trying to do, right? Our people have to take note of what is going on and try to help to unite people together, because what we see now is not just something of disunity. It's something of ego, hatred. People want to power hungry. People don't want to submit themselves. People feel too big. The fun is that La Republic, they are united against us. So if we are not united, it's very difficult for us to say we are fighting this thing together. It's very difficult. Except we think that we're going to keep fighting like this as we have been doing for the past 8 years. Had it been we were united, this struggle would have been ended long, long ago. But it's because everybody wants to be president, everybody wants to be chairman, everyone wants to be commander-in-chief, everyone wants to be this, and at the end of the day, no one wants to be under anybody. I don't know if that's how our parents were behaving, then we would have been where we are today even. Because I don't think, because they had the elections. Endele was the first premier. Foncha never argued that Endele did not win the election. When Foncha won the election, Endele never argued that, I'm still the prime minister. Just imagine how our parents were matured back then. We cannot copy the same maturity. It's a shame for us because majority of the people that when I speak to, they'll tell me that one has struggled, though it'll pass me. Because of the behavior of some of these people. You have not won a struggle. You have not done anything that you have not succeeded in what you're fighting. But you're fighting for a power that is not yet there. And you are hating others. Why do we have to be hating others? Our opinion should be diverse, yes, but we should use that diversity for our strength. We should not use diversity for instead hating each other, No, democracy is not about that everybody should belong in one group. No, we should use our diversity to come together and discuss things. That's the strength of Ambazonia. That's the strength of democracy. We have seen that in America, right? The Republicans will support their Republican candidate. The Democrats will support their Democratic candidate, right? But after elections, what happened? Everybody know that the president that wins is their president. Donald Trump just won the election. If you like him or not, he's your president. That is it. All of us know that we have one president from January when they hand over power. Biden hand over power to Donald Trump. It's our president. It doesn't matter whether you vote for Donald Trump or not. That is it. So once the majority win the election, you fall under the majority. That's as simple as that. That's democracy. You must not win for you to support somebody. Sometimes you lose. You accept. What went wrong, or what this, But now we are building a country. We are trying to put things together. People don't want to understand that. They think that, it must be my own leader before I can respect that constitution. It must be my leader before I can respect that restoration council. It must be my leader before I can respect that president. I cannot respect that president. I cannot respect that chairman. It's not my chairman. That mentality is the problem that we are facing in this Ambazonia today. If we carry this same mentality, how do we want to copy what our foreparents did back then? When Ambazonia was the very, very one of the top best democracy in Africa. We cannot copy that. We are copying the wrong examples. And if I am a leader and people are supporting me like that, when I know that I've been impeached, I've been this, I've done this, I'll tell them, no, I'm stepping down. Because I'll be guilty for me letting other people following me behind when I am impeached and removed. I can't stand it. I can't lead that kind of thing, because I know I'll be leading falsehood. It's all falsehood. I can't lead that kind of thing because I'll be leading something that is not genuine. It's not rooted in the, How do we practice democracy if we cannot start now? How do we do that? Very, very difficult. We should learn from this so that we move from one level to another. I understand there are countries that still have difficulty with their democracy, and it's because of this kind of mentality. This is the mentality that I'm afraid. Let's not take this mentality to Ambazonia, because you take this mentality that you go for election, somebody wins election, and then you refuse to submit to the oh my God. Please, let's change. Let's know that Ambazonia is for 8 million people. Stop hating your brother. Stop hating this. Stop talking this. Oh, this one is this one. We are 8 million people. 8 million people is more than... So no matter how you say something, you don't own Ambazonia. Nobody owns Ambazonia. No one person is the King Kong of Ambazonia. Okay? So whatever happens now, is a transition towards a very, very powerful democracy. And what we are doing now, we have to learn, especially those people who are in diaspora. The diasporans are seeing how democracy change hands, how democracy work. What still are those in America? See how Biden, who was supposed to run for second term, but he retracted his candidacy. He said, "Oh, Kamala Harris, you go ahead." See how Kamala Harris, after losing election, called President-elect Trump and told him, "Thank you, go ahead, you won the election." That is democracy. And Democrats will not say we are not going to fall under Donald Trump. No. Democracy works like that, as simple as that. The majority wins. Period. You can go up and down, shout or whatever you want to do. Democracy works in America. You see it work. So that is what we are talking about. And our people need to start looking at this kind of avenue where if you must not win, you must not be the winner, you must not be the leader, you must not be in front. Learn to be where you are in your companies, when you work in your various organizations or companies or whatever. Don't you have bosses? Don't you know that there are people who are ahead of you? Don't you respect them? Don't you respect your supervisors? Must you be the supervisor? Must you be the leader to lead people or to be in a company or to be an organization? Why do you not go to your company manager or your organization CEO and say you want to be the CEO? Or if they nominate somebody, you say, "No, I'm the one that should be in that position." You have to respect people's opinion, respect people's choice. Because when they choose something, they choose someone, you cannot say, "No, I will not follow that, I will not follow this." That's democracy. You must not like the person, you must not like, yes, you must not like, but the majority say that's who they like. So what do? You have to fall behind. Ambazonians should learn. Ambazonians should learn. And we are begging, we are trying to ask these people, we are trying to ask these people to really learn something. You see, if you look at the screen, you see the question that they were asking those people who are surrogates. They become surrogates until they even don't follow the struggle no more. They are just there. People are dying back home. They don't care. This is a simple question that someone asked. They say, given the uproar going on in the Sako camp, I would like to ask them the following questions, right? Question 1. As simple as this. Do you still believe that Sako is your everlasting president till Boya? This question comes because most of the people who did not want, when Sako rejected elections, these people did not want any, they did not follow the normal trend of the Restoration Council and going for elections. And they say no, they say they are not going for election. They say Sako till Boya. Now, this question is for them. Now that they have seen what is going on, do they still want Sako till Boya? They are stuck now like this. They don't know whether to go front or to go back. They are stuck now with that president that they promoted. And when we were telling them that if we keep a president like that, that president will become dictatorial. There is need for change of governance, as in every democracy. Okay, we are in a revolution, yes, but we need to change governance so that we don't get stuck with one president and we start regret that president giving him too much power, like Biya. Okay. Question 2. They say, do you agree with Sako that if it is a revolution, then it must be under a dictatorship? That is what Sako has been propagating all along. And that is how he surrounded himself with this kind of dictatorship people. If you say something, they'll come and castigate you. If you say this, they'll castigate you. If you say this, they'll lambast on you. And that is the kind of environment that you don't want to be. Because, first of all, you were impeached and removed from office. Then you still draw some people to come under you, keep them under you, and you go and change the name to change the emblem of everything, change everything of the government, of interim government. You change it, put it under your custody, just because you want power. And you see somebody like this, with all the love they have for you, nobody was even contesting the election with Sako. They wanted Sako just to run for office. Let's make it sure that at least they know that we are doing democratic system. We are practicing democracy. Because countries are, because of the way these leaders behave, they have tend to understand that these leaders don't want a democratic system. And a country want to support us today. They want to see how our system is. What kind of system do we have? Do we have a presidential system, or we have a parliamentary system, or what kind of system do we have? Countries cannot support us today now as it stands because of the way we are behaving, the way leaders behave towards democracy. Because people always want to promote more of democracy than dictatorship. Nobody want to bring somebody who support Ambazonia hoye, then the person come and be a dictator. Like what Sako is saying, that he preferred to be a dictator so that he could keep being a dictator, because it's a revolution. I don't buy that idea, because democracy is not dictatorship. Democracy is giving the power to the people, and the people give that power back. Okay, it's power to the people. The question 3, depending on your answers to the above questions, can you honestly say that your organization is managed within democratic structures? That is what I just said. If you don't have free and fair elections, if you don't practice simple transfer of power, if you don't practice something that they impeach somebody and they remove you from office, they refuse to leave. What do you call that kind of? That is a form of dictatorship, because they don't respect the constitution. Okay, you say the constitution. One of the arguments of Sako was that the election is not in the constitution. So what is favoring him is what is good for the constitution. What is not favoring him is not good for the constitution. Whereas there is what we call the bylaws that guide election, that the election commission created, so that, because that's what they use to vote him in. You understand? So if they use that very bylaws to vote you in as president after Siseko, now you said that same electoral policies is not correct, because they want to take you out of office with that same you understand? You take an oath of office, you hold the Bible, you swear, and you say, okay, these years I do so swear, I will respect Ambazonian constitution, I will respect this. But when you come to office now, you don't want to respect it. Okay, is that not dictatorship? So that is what we're talking about. And how can you trust someone like Sako to go and be president in Cameroon, in Ambazonia tomorrow? No way. He has shown the color. The people that we know that wanted to be president, like Tita, Sako sent his guys. They were attacking Tita. They were doing all kinds of things on Tita, until Tita had to resign. So you see this kind of environment, very, very toxic environment. This is not, we are in a revolution. We respect everybody's group. I know what people are saying. No, they should leave their group. Nobody asks anybody to leave their group. But when we have a consensus of ideas, every group come together. We'll sit down and say, this is good, this is good, this is not good. That is what we're talking about. So that when we go out, when the leaders go out to talk, this other group will not go on and talk something that did not You see, that is the thing that that we don't want, because that one voice is very good. When the leaders stand together and talk in one voice, it has more weight than when you go and say left, the one go and say right, the one go say up, the one say down. You know, that is the point. So let's take care about that and try to see how we can. Okay, yeah. So this is about the town hall that the members of the Southern Cameroon Consultation Commission, they are trying to put all the leaders together, making sure that the leaders come together, and just what I was talking about. So there are people trying their best to bring unity, but there are people whose job is to bring this unity. They don't. To them, their small clique that they have is good for them. That clique, they believe that will take them to Ambazonia. This is the 8th year. They still believe that is what is good for them. You see, that is a problem. If we have come to a conclusion, we will respect all the groups, we will respect all the other frontline leaders. Okay, the interim government will go out and work with everybody. Okay, but don't let your group destroy your political agenda. Don't let your group do that, because you're working against your people. This opportunity is for our people. It's just to give our people a chance to decide for themselves what they want, and we are going towards that. That's why you see Ambassador Chibonagi has been hammering on that, and it is very important. Okay, that's why you see Abdul Karim is even saying that the presidency of the United States, regardless of party affiliation, should not distract us from our internal affairs. We must unite and speak as one to effectively address our challenges and seek global support. That's just Abdul Karim, who is now in Kondengi, just for being an Ambazonian. That is it. But he sends a lot of different powerful motivation messages. So we thank him for that. Okay. Thank you for listening. But we're gonna have more to talk about. I know everybody is. We're gonna. Okay.
Freedom's call from hills and city, Ambazonia's cry for dignity. From Buya's rise to Bamenda's tale, echoes of strength shall prevail. From Combo's heart to Victoria's shore, let the cry of freedom soar. Independence is our guiding light, for the oppressed we rise and fight. Ambazonia, land of hope, freedom's path is where we cope. With heroes' blood, the journey starts. In unity we hold our hearts. October 61, our history's thread. Marginalized but not misled. Dictators' reign shall pass away. For liberty we forge the way. To those in prison, to those who strive, in every heart freedom's alive. Leaders strong, fighters brave, together Ambazonia we shall save. Land of milk, land of honey, where heroes sacrifice sweet symphony. For every woman, child and sage, we stand united, turn the page. Ambazonia, land of dreams, united voices, radiant beams. From hills to shores, in unity, our one true call is to be free. the splendor, yet shadows have come, and we're under their weight. Freedom for Ambazonia, rise up in night. Freedom for my people to reclaim the light. Occupiers march in lands they don't own. Our voices are strong, our seeds have been sown. For unity we'll stand and walk hand in hand. Freedom for Ambazonia, rise up in might. Freedom for my people to reclaim the light. Courage will guide us through nights dark and long. Injustice may reign, but our spirits are strong. Our hearts beating loud, in rhythm with hope. Emerald Hills watch as we climb and cope. Together we'll build our future ahead. Freedom for Ambazonia, rise up in might. Freedom for my people to reclaim the light.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Please share, and Ambazonia must be free. Thank you, and everybody. Thank you. This is Comrade Fritz Misodi.